The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut, man. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, going back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. We got the markets roaring now. We got the S&Ps up 9. We got the Russell currently up 5, but at a very, very big morning here. We'll go in and look at those. We got the Nasdaq up 27 and the Dow's up 112. Copper right now is down about 0.5%. We got gold down over 2% on the day. A lot of things happening out there in the currencies. We'll talk about that. We'll get on over at silver. Silver down 2.5% as well. So some big moves in gold and silver. Natural gas is currently down about 0.5%. We got oil is down 18 cents on the day right now. Corn is down 0.5%. Up 0.5%. And we got soybeans up 1%, up 11 points. Pound dollar currently down 23 pips. Euro dollar pretty flat at the moment, but we got a little press conference starting up now with Draghi talking. And it looks like he's going to be giving a nice present to the banks, another $1 trillion or so. In order to spur on the real economy, whatever real is, and to get things going. They want to make sure that they are loaning that, of course, to households and to companies. That's being the key phrasing in throwing out the money there. Anyway, so that's some of the things that he's talking about doing right now, and we'll see what comes out, but that is the expectation, along with whatever else he throws out there. Euro dollar at the moment, sort of quiet, but we'll see where it ends up after this press conference. Okay, so let's see. We got that euro dollar going on and down to the euro pound. Euro pound is up about 33 pips right now. So it's rare that you see the euro pound moving more than the euro dollar. We got the dollar CAD is currently down 19. The dollar franc's up 2 pips on the day. U.S. yen is currently up 26. We got the pound yen up 37, euro yen's up 41, and the Aussie yen is up 20. So pretty interesting things right there with the yen. Their bonds went negative. Negative. What does that mean? That means that you pay them to borrow their money. Or no, wait a minute. For them to loan, actually to loan them money. You pay them to loan them your money is what it means. So I'll give you 100, and you give me back 98. That's basically what that means. So it did pop back up into positive territory before it was done, but it did dip down to 0.081% pre-auction trading there. Popped back up. Obviously, that's sending people into equity markets for basically trying to get a yield, a return, and into other bond markets as well. So there's some interesting developments there, but. There's the report from Bloomberg for you. So Japan yield spurs race to dump the worst performers. Anyways, that'll add some nice volatility for you yen traders out there. So make sure you're watching. Get some volatility back as we get into later into the summer. August starts coming back around and start getting full swing back in September. So anyways, and let's see, what else do we have going on besides that? Draghi's coming out. Let's see, his speech has started, and it's a testimony. So he's testifying before the Monetary Policy Committee on the monetary affairs at the European Parliament in Strasbourg. So, anyways, we'll see if we get some volatility. We may even keep that up and watch it a little bit. Let me throw a euro-dollar chart up on our screen, but so far, there's not a whole lot happening yet. Really quiet. So they're watching and waiting. All right. Put that one up there. And then let's see what we got. Let me go ahead and throw our news up for the day. and get our news plan ready for the week. Okay, so see if I can squish this over here a little bit. We can read a little bit more of it. There we go. All right. So what do we have on the list? Let's get our plan ready. Let's get going. And since that's not moving, I'm just going to go full screen here. And there we go. All right, that's what I was trying to accomplish. And we'll zoom it in, move it over so those watching over on Tiger TV at TFNN.com can check it out. We got BRC Retail Sales Monitor coming out tonight. I'll look at that one for you. See if we have anything on that. It's not a usual when I trade, but I might actually have. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing. So, there's not a forecast number. That's why. So, no forecast number. Usually we don't have a trade on it. Every once in a while we do, but let's see. What do we got on the Aussie? Anything on the Aussie tonight? Nope. So, again, without those forecast numbers, it's really hard to come up with any kind of trading plan. So, we really focus on the ones that do have the forecast numbers on them. And right now, really nothing on tonight. So what do you need to have on your list, though? Okay? Well, obviously we had the Draghi event happening right now. You got France is on holiday today. We also have tonight, you want to put, just know for the pound dollar if you are trading this evening. Pound dollar does have a report coming out. And be aware there's no consistency because it's not a forecast versus actual measurement, but the BRC retail sales year-over-year report will be released at 7:01, not 7, but 7:01 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time. We'll have monetary policy meeting minutes and new motor vehicle sales coming out on the Aussie tonight. Those are going to come out at 9:30, so if you're trading the Aussie or the yen, be very, very aware of that. But again, monetary policy minutes, new motor vehicle sales, 9:30 p.m. Not a tradable event, but an event you want to be aware of nevertheless if you are trading. In other words, it could be huge, could be small, there's no consistency. And then we're going to have monetary policy statements coming out on the yen. Let's find out what time do they come out. Well, this is July. Let's look at last July. Okay, so right here, just to make sure we get same time zones, everything else. And right there. Okay. So we got 10:48, we got 11:51, we got 12:20. Wow, that's a highly varying report. So let me just go through and pull back the last several of them. See if we can pick anything up here, any kind of patterns. But it looks like we got as early as 10:40, late as 11:20, late as 11:30. So somewhere between 10:40 and 11:30 looks like the normal time that it comes out. So I put be aware between 10 and 12, just because you don't know what time that thing's going to pop out. So sometime between 10 p.m. and 12 a.m., be aware that Japan will have a monetary policy statement being released. And with those negative yields, it'll probably be a little bit more impactful. Okay? So definitely keep your eye out on that one this evening for some volatility. Let's usually, which is a very flat time, by the way. Between 10 and 12 is usually a very, very flat time on the yen, so that ought to add something to it. Then they're going to have a press conference. That will add even more volatility. Let's see where we go on that. It's probably pretty similar. But let's see if there's a consistency on when they like to show up. 2:30, 2:32, 2:32, 2:33, 3:26. All right, so I'd say somewhere between 2:30 and 3:30 a.m. Be aware that there'll be a Make in Japan press conference. That'll definitely have some impact based on, like I said, the negative yields that came out. Okay? So put that on your calendar as well. Let's see. What do we got? We're going to have, we had industrial production. That came out this morning. We can do a review on it and see what the results were. I gave you that plan last Friday. So let me pull euro dollar over here. Sort of want to hit my charts and make sure they're working. Wow, I mean, it's just not moving. So let me, and sometimes, I always have, by the way, two platforms up at the same time because I want to watch and see if everything's right. Because when you see something just sitting there forever, you're like, is my chart moving correctly? The time is right. Is the price right? But it is. It's right on. Okay. So, e-signal, ThinkorSwim, NinjaTrader, all great platforms that I like to use. But let's see here. We got, let's open up the news plan, and we will look at the Eurodollar report that came out. We'll see if it stayed within our expected ranges, if our plan worked out. And by the way, if you're new to these news trading plans, there's several ways that you can use them. One of them is, even if you don't trade the news, just being aware of what a normal move is on the news. So when I say, like, hey, average move is 30 ticks, or this or that, or whatever, it's like, well, if you're long, then you should expect it to sort of be done when it moves that far. So, stop adding on to a position. Look for a potential reversal, things like that. Other things that you can use it for is you can actually trade the news. And, instead of trying to trade the news after the news, let's trade the news before the news. So let's use the stats that we know where we can look at, the last, say, 12-plus releases and see what we can, come up with on a trading plan. But we're going to do it where we don't trade directionally. In other words, we're going to say either it's going to be range-bound or it's going to be a breakout trade. Last week I talked about the Canadian straddle that we did on USD CAD and on their employment report, basically like their NFP. Trade worked out awesome. But doesn't matter really what expiration you chose. Trade worked out really well. And a lot of times we talk about the iron condor, so it's sort of the opposite. Instead of it having to go so far, basically it can't go too far. But we still get a nice wide range. And we trade these using the Nadex spreads. Nadex is a North American derivative exchange. It's located in Chicago. It's regulated by the CFTC. Your money stays right here in the U.S. It's only $100 to fund a live account. You can get a demo account for free. To check out Nadex, hop on TFNN.com. Click on the Nadex banner on the right side of your page. Once you do that, go on up to trading, go to demo trading account, and then fill in your username, first name, last name, phone number, and email address. Click apply for demo. And you can trade this with whatever charting platform you're using because you need to basically see underlying markets. You need to be looking at either spot Forex or futures. Or, if I'm trading Forex, I always look at Forex with the futures because I like to look at futures Forex volume with the spot Forex price. And it gives me accurate volume versus, spot Forex doesn't ever give you accurate volume. It gives you like a broker's feed or maybe a few brokers' feeds. But I want to see the exchange-based volume. And that's right where you want to be too. So even if you're a spot FX trader, one of the top mistakes I see spot FX traders making is not using futures FX volume. And it makes a world of difference in your trading. Anyways, you get all that free, get that data free. There's a lot of great platforms you can trade it on, but for trading derivatives, basically options for day traders. And they got binaries, which are awesome. I trade those on the air here a lot. We'll trade spreads sometimes too. And but spreads are, you can use them for straddles, you can use them for condors, you can use them for hedging Forex, for hedging futures. You can use them by themselves directionally. But hop on over to Nadex, click on Trading Demo Trading Account, fill in your username, first name, last name, phone number, and email address, click Apply for Demo, and we'll talk a little bit more about that and the news that you can use with it when we get back after this break.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhoades, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour right here on TFNN. We're talking about trading the news you can use right here on Nadex, and you can go on over to TFNN.com, click on the Nadex banner. In the Nadex menu right there, click on Trading Demo Trading Account. You can get that set up. And we do neutral plays. We do breakout plays. The play we talked about this past week over here was over on the euro dollar. Went into it, and I'm laying out the report. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what we got. All right, that was entered at 11 p.m. for a 7 a.m. expiration, and we said should stay within about a 35 pip range, at least by expiration. So let's see what happened if we got in back here at 11 o'clock. And market did have a little bit of a move there, moved up about 37 pips, so a couple more pips than expected, but that's okay. Where did it end up at? 7 a.m. We got to move 20 pips. So on 35 pip minimum profit, now you may have got more than that, but a minimum profit of 35 pips. And remember, that's giving you 11 to 7. That's 8 hours of premium in there. Would have given you a 15 pip profit right there on the trade. Not too bad for setting it and forgetting it. All right. So again, that was trading the European Industrial Production Report. Let's go in and let's see what else we got happening right now. We got today pretty much covered, so let's check out Tuesday and see what kind of plan we can put together. All right, we're going to have a PPI over on the Swiss. We're going to have the CPI over on the British pound. We got the Zoo Economic Report coming out at 5. We got the retail sales at 8:30. We have Empire State Manufacturing Survey at 8:30. We got CPI coming out on the Aussie tomorrow night. It's a busy day. Lots of little reports, but let's see how we can, like I said, take advantage of those. And we'll put together a plan for each one. So let's start off first with the PPI on the franc. You already got the Be Aware events for the yen and all that stuff. But on PPI for the franc, and I'm going to get all of them opened up so I can just start flying through these for you, because like I said, we got a lot to cover in this show to make sure we're ready for tomorrow. Okay, and I set all this up on my other screen while I'm going through it on the screen with you right here on just the news outlook, because I'd be flipping through so many charts so fast you wouldn't be able to see it by the time it rendered through. And because I'll probably review about 100 charts here in the next, 30 minutes with you. And it's just literally, what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm looking at every report that has come out, at least the last 12, sometimes more, but at least the last 12 reports. And so that way we can put together that plan. Okay? All right, so our first plan is PPI, and we're looking at dollar franc for that. And on the dollar franc, if I go through and I look through each report, first let's get together our idea. We got 3:15 a.m. That's when it's coming out. So we're going to be looking at 11 a.m. to 7 a.m. expiration, so we don't have to stay up all night to trade this thing. So getting in at 11, and like I said, looking for about 7. It's pretty quiet, it looks like, on the report. Almost every night really leading right up to it. Every once in a while you do get some movement, but all in all, usually not that much movement leading in to the report, and so it shouldn't be a massive significant factor on us. So now let's go over, let's look at, okay, so what about 7 o'clock? We're looking at about 3 pips, 18 pips. Let's see, what do we got, 10? I mean, this is a very, very quiet night. 17. There we go, we got some movement. That one moved about 30. It's like 30 pips. And 12 pips. Yeah, I mean, it's not that much. Now, there may be a little movement in between. We got 30 pips on that one. We got 11 on that one. And 10. 30. Let's see, 50. That's probably the biggest one we've had so far. Let me check that one again. Sure I got it right. Okay, yep. And then that's it. So we only had one report that really exceeded 35 pips on that. Went to 50, so only about 15. We had a lot of reports that were less. I'm going to put us at a 30 pip minimum profit, $30 minimum profit Iron Condor. 11 p.m. entry, 7 a.m. expiration is what I'm looking at personally on the dollar franc. So you can enter at 11 for 7 a.m. expiration on Nadex on the dollar franc for a $30 minimum profit on that Iron Condor. All right, when we get back, we'll knock out the rest. Stay right there.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by ThinkorSwim. For more information, just click the ThinkorSwim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, going back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And let's check out where we're at right now and everything. We're looking at the PPI. We just wrapped up that plan right there. $30 minimum profit on an iron Condor entering at 11 for a 7 a.m. expiration on the dollar CAD spreads there on the Nadex exchange. Going in, looking at the pound dollar CPI report will be released at 4:30. We're also going to look at 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. expiration on that one. And let me back up a little bit more, get a full picture view on this one. Let's see. Looks like we can get some movement. It can get a little bit crazy there, but usually, let's see, what do we got? Oh, we can get some moves on these. Okay, let's see what it looks like, just not accounting for the move itself. Then I'll go back. I'll do another review for you, and we'll tidy that one up. Let's see. We got 27, 56, 18.3, but after about a 30-pip move, 5. 450. Ooh, this is going to be a little tricky. 32, 70, 28, see, 17, 70. Okay, so we got a 70. So that's a win, loss, win. 3 wins, 4, 5, 6, because it dropped way down there. So break even. 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it looks like 2 of them would lose about 20 ticks. 2 would basically break even, and 8 would be profitable on this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look for a 35 if we can get it. Okay, 35. I'd say 40 pip max. We'll say $40 maximum, because that would put us at 60. And let's see if that's a good plan. Just want to make sure. And we do get some nice moves on this one even pre the release, which can actually work in our favor. Okay, so yeah, I think we're going to have to. You go for 40, but I mean that's if you're staying up. So if you're not staying up, I'd be looking at 35 pips maximum. But somewhere between $35 to $40. We'll just put it in that range. See what's happening. You always have to look at it within a couple dollars. I'm looking for about a 55 pip move from 11 o'clock. Okay, so just to give you an idea of where you're probably going to want to take profit, 55 pips from the 11 p.m. price. I'm going to look at a somewhere between 35 to 40 pip maximum risk on the trade, and so yeah, let's narrow it down. I'd rather go conservative. I'd rather wish I have something I don't as have something I wish I didn't, right? So we're going to say $35 maximum because I don't want it to, put too much in that it's too hard to take the profit and make a decent amount of money on it. So if we can't get it for 35, we're going to pass. We're going to go for a $35 straddle on this report, entering at 11 for acceleration. That's on the pound CPI. We're also going to the pound PPI, RPI, core CPI, HPI, and PPI output, all coming out at the same time. So that's a lot of reports. And looking at the reports that move a lot, usually are the ones that have the stack of data. Every once in a while, though, like one of those was one that was low. So let's go for 35 pips maximum. I mean, if you want to push 40, you can, but myself, I'd say if I can't get it for 35, I just don't want it. You can even try to leg into it. It does oscillate a lot, okay? Meaning it'll move up and down quite a bit, so you may be able to get both sides just by putting them in at that $35, letting them fill. Like say buy for 18, sell for $18 risk on both sides, and just wait till they move around a little bit to get filled. But anyway, so that is our plan for the CPI. Enter at 11 for 7 a.m. They can enter later too, but my plan is enter at 11 for 7 a.m. expiration for around a $35 maximum risk on the trade. Looking for about a 55, maybe 60, but probably about a 55 pip move on that report. Moving on to the Zoo Economic Sentiment Report. Check that one out next. That was going to be coming out at 5 a.m. We're going to be looking at the euro dollar for this trade. And on this trade, let's see, what do we got? We got a lot of movement pre-release. Maybe about 5 to 20 pips. It can actually move a little bit, but it doesn't really move a whole lot after it either. Let me see here. What do we have? All in all, that's a very hit and miss. We have like 20, and then we're going, how many on that one? Right there, 20, and then like 60, 7, 10, 50, 8, 11, 1, 15, 50, about 4 or 5 of that. That's a little higher than the percent I like. So I'm going to go ahead, let's say, just be aware the range will literally be somewhere between 20 and 50 pips on Zoo Economic Sentiment between 11 and 7 a.m. Report comes out at 5 o'clock. I'm not going to trade this trade on the euro dollar. There's not enough consistency on the outcome of that report to make it really worth it for me, okay? So I really want those odds to be stacked in my favor as they play out over the last 12 releases. So Zoo Economic Sentiment, we're going to mark it up to a Be Aware event. With that, that's going to take us to retail sales happening at 8:30. We got core retail sales, manufacturing index, all coming out at the same time. So with that, an 8:30 report, we can enter as early as 8 o'clock and go as late as 3. Let's see what kind of movement we have. Just looking at end of day, because end of day makes a Iron Condor really easy if the movement is justified. And it's about 3 out of 12 or more than 30 pips for 3 o'clock. Let's check out, looking over at 10 a.m. We got 15. We got 10. Over here, like 0. What do we unchanged? 10. That's pretty nice. 20, 8, 12, 30. Let's see here. 50. Had one big move there. And 40. Okay, so just about every one of those was really small. If you can get somewhere between, I'd say, based on everything, we're looking at 30 pips. So at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. would definitely work out over the last 12 releases. And then beyond that, I don't think, based on the numbers I've seen, that I would take this one to end of day. 3 of them are just massive moves, and the other 3 are just not big enough to make it worth it. So I'm going to focus on an 8 to 10 on that Iron Condor for at least 30 pips minimum profit. Entering at 8, expiring at 10 o'clock. That's going to cover our core retail sales, our retail sales, our Empire State Manufacturing Index, the import prices, all the USD, trading the Euro USD for the 8:30 release. Don't forget, definitely something to put on your calendar. Yellen is going to be testifying before the monetary policy report in front of the Senate Banking Committee. So you're definitely going to, that's a high be aware of it, very important be aware of it. At 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, that could impact the markets quite a bit, depending upon what all comes out. There'll be 2 releases, 2 parts of the release. So she'll come in and she'll give the prepared statement. A text version will be made available immediately on the Fed's website. Then there's going to be an open Q&A session that can have, obviously, unscripted, unexpected volatility. So there'll be the initial, like, here's what she said. And all typed up, out, everybody has it at once, okay, on the Fed's website. Then there'll be a Q&A session. So you'll see, like, one move, it'll calm down, and then you can see another massive move, either in the same direction, obviously, even in the opposite direction. So be very aware of that. That'll be coming up. Business inventories will come out at the same time. I don't track business inventory, so don't worry about it. The Fed shares going to be more than enough to keep you busy. Let's see what we got. New Zealand CPI is coming out. So if you trade the New Zealand dollar, be aware that comes out at 6.45. Not when I usually pull the data on for you, because you can't trade it yet. Not yet on Nadex. Let's see here. Trying to see what else we got. We can focus in on. Yeah, well, let's go ahead. We'll skip past that one since we can't trade it on Nadex yet. Hopefully they'll add the New Zealand dollar. I'd love it if they would. New Zealand dollar, New Zealand yen, New Zealand pound, stuff like that. Let's go in and let's check out Wednesday and what we got going on. We're going to have jobless claims coming out of Britain. We're going to have the PPI. Let me scroll over here. We have the U.S. Okay. We'll have the tick data coming on out, and we'll have industrial production and the overnight interest rate coming out of the dollar CAD on Wednesday morning. So, if I go in and get the stuff ready for Wednesday, we'll line that up. Love to get ahead of the week. That gives us a little more time to trade later in the week. Right here on the show, I like to have the news plan laid out, have that done, do my homework first, and then, operate from being, a step ahead on the markets, and then come in and tackle a few trades as well. And sometimes I do it in reverse. Sometimes I get ahead on the week or later in the week, and then I start trading earlier in the week, so you never know. Let's see here. What do we got? On first report we'll look at is jobless claims. And on the jobless claims and the pound, they have climate count change and climate count change, all that, whatever. But unemployment rate really is going to be your big thing. It's a 4:30 release. We're going to be looking at, if we are going to do the trade, we're looking at 11 a.m. to 7 a.m. expiration. Pretty common theme. You might be starting to see the pattern there, hopefully by now. And let's see, we got 30 pips. We got 70 pips. We got a move up of about 40, then back down to 12. Let's see here. This one's interesting. Pops down 15, up 20, 53 pips, 81 pips, 37 pips, 100 pips, 30 to 40. So it hit 40 pips. We hit 80 pips out of the gate, came back down to 7. Got 40 pips, 97 pips. Okay, this is a big mover. More often than not, a large move. There are a couple times a year where it's pretty flat, but more often than not, it has a nice big move. I'm trying to see if there's a certain point in the day where we sort of hit that peak usually on the move, if there's a consistency to it. But it looks like sometimes it'll just keep going. But about 5 to 5:30, usually we're about capping out on the move. So, so to be aware of that. About 5 to 5:30 is about usually as much as you're going to get, and then it'll just go flat into 7 a.m. So that gives you a couple trades that you can take advantage of. One is you can go in and you can do a straddle, entering at 11 for the 7 a.m. expiration. Okay? And on that one, I'd be looking at trying to pull off a $35 straddle, 11 p.m. entry, 7 a.m. expiration. $35 max risk on the pound dollar for the 4:30 a.m. unemployment rate release. Knowing that it does cap out about 5:20 if you're up bright and early in the morning, then around 5 a.m. you can go for a 30 pip iron Condor, entering at 5 a.m. for a 7 a.m. expiration. Make sure you look at the intradays and at the dailies, okay? Because there'll be two different sets, and check out between 5 and 7. See if you can pull off a $30 minimum profit iron Condor if you're up bright and early at 5 a.m. So that gives us two ways to trade the same report. So make sure you list both of those. You enter 11 to 7 and a 5 a.m. to 7. And again, double checking that intraday and daily for the 5 to 7. Of course, if you're using the scanner, available over at TFNN.com, you can hop right on over here. You can check it out for free. And scroll down here, and you get access to it, and you can easily pull up these spreads and these binaries, no problem, and on any market you want, and it'll just still feed the data right in for you on everything that's available, risk-reward graphs and all sorts of stuff. We got full trading tutorials that'll help you out, help you get going a lot faster, okay? With that, let's go ahead and let's look at what else we have and finish this day out. That gives you jobless claims. Let's go, let's check out the U.S. PPI and tick data, which is not something we trade that often, but it'll be interesting to see how that works out. And then we got industrial production sort of coming out at, 45 minutes later, 15 minutes later. We got so we have PPI at 8:30, we have tick data at 9, and we have industrial production at 9:15. So we're sort of playing all of these at the same time, okay? And let's just look at them in order and see if they all line up. So when you get these kind of reports where they're all coming out together, we're probably looking for an 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. expiration. And let's see what kind of movement we get, if it's consistent enough that we can take advantage of it for the 10 a.m. Let's see, we got 1 pip. Wow. Okay, let's see, looking at 20, 12, 30, let's see, 15, 5, 2, 12, 8. All right, that's obviously pretty flat right there on the first report on the PPI. We'll check out the tick data and the industrial production, or the Empire State, I mean, but we'll bring those together, see if all of them line up. Stay there, I'll be right back.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. DirectionShares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the DirectionShares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this this and other information about DirectionShares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact DirectionShares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhoades, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhoades Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, we'll come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. All right, so what are we looking at over here? We're checking out the unemployment rate, and we went into that. We got that covered for you. We're going into the morning. We're looking at the manufacturing sales, PPIs, all sorts of reports coming out. And so I just wanted to put together the whole plan for you. Looking at the PPI, it's a pretty low volatility report. Want to check out the tick data with you and the industrial production. Those are really the main three we were focusing on. I do want to go ahead and put an FYI. Make sure you got to be aware of manufacturing sales month over month on the USD CAD. Not really a big mover usually, though. So, but be aware of it just in case. I mean, this is maybe one of those rare ones that does just pop, okay? So on Wednesday, July 16th, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, USD CAD manufacturing sales. Make sure you put that as a be aware on your calendar. Checking on over, looking at the tick data release. That one came out. By the way, what is the tick data, just in case you want to know? It's the long-term purchases of securities and basically the differences in how much is bought here versus elsewhere. Okay? What We're looking at euro dollar as a potential trade on this. We got 70 pips on the last trade, so pretty nice move there. Let's see, before that, ran up about 30, expired pretty much right at 30. Let's see, that's, that 70 pips was going all the way to 11 a.m. Let's check out the 10 a.m. That's what I want to look at. Okay, so about 30, 38, let's see, 14. Going to move about 13 pips, 8 pips, 17 pips, 40 pips. Had a little bit of a pop on that one. And it had a big of a pop too as well, like right there, first thing in the morning. But there was that was an NFP day. Okay, so we can discount that. Looking on over because we don't have NFP coming out the same day. We got 20 pips. We got it's like it settled out at 10 o'clock. 17 pips. So to make any kind of profit on this, I'm just looking down all of these. We got one more. I'll make sure I got industrial production so we can wrap it up. But right now I'm looking at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And I'm looking at that as being the $30 iron condor ought to be pretty safe. It looks like overall you're either going to break even or you should capture a profit on those days where it's flat. There's only been once or twice where it's really even came close to exceeding 30 pips. So pretty quiet expectations on the euro dollar in the morning. And yeah, really across the board there. So, we're going to go, actually, I think we would go down from that, but I mean, I would probably actually go for 25. So for a realistic fill price, $25 minimum profit, iron condor, enter at 8 a.m. for 10 a.m. expiration on the euro dollar, buying the lower spread, selling the upper spread over on the Nadex exchange, and that's going to cover several releases for you at the same time. And let's see here. That's going to cover our tick. Long term, that's going to cover our industrial production, capacity utilization rate, PPI, and core PPI. CAD, I would expect actually to be really quiet and really flat leading up to the monetary policy report. You could probably easily pull off, we'll look at that one probably a little bit more in detail for you tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to get to it today. Leading up to their bank rate statement coming out at 10 a.m. So I would not be surprised to see USD CAD very, very flat. They're going to have their monetary policy report. They're going to have their rate statement. They're going to have their rate release. Yellen's going to testify yet again, probably before the House. Yep, for the House Financial Services Committee there. So, probably has some nice volatility on that. So we'll set up the pre and post, or pre and into. We'll look at that. Dollar CAD statements for 10 a.m. on Wednesday tomorrow, but till then, you got your news covered for Tuesday and part of Wednesday morning. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Diagnostic Trading Hour.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
You're watching Tiger TV.